Greetings everyone, thank you for tuning in. This is a quick video on how I achieved these red colors on this beautiful 613 hair from R&J Goddess. I have 3 bundles, all of them are 22 inches, and the wefts are crazy good. Look at that. The hair is super soft and amazing. This is a full frontal piece that I have. And I would have loved to use it. I absolutely love the frontals, but not for this look. So I actually cut a closure piece out of this frontal, and I'll show you later in the video how I did that. I am losing my voice, so I hope you guys can hear me good, and I hope that I don't sound too rough. For this, I'm using Splat, Luscious Raspberries, Crimson Obsession, and then I'm using Widlfire and Pillarbox in Manic. These 2 Manic colors were actually very light. I wasn't expecting that, which is why I have 3 shades of red on my bundles. So I'm mixing my colors. I always mix my colors so that it's not so, boring, just to kind of mix it up a little bit. This is cream developer. It doesn't matter which level, what number you use. It's better with the more runny kind of developer, but all I had was cream developer laying around the house. What that does is it stretches the dye for you. It kind of gives you more dye to work with. This here is the Splat. The 2 Splat colors I have mixed together. As you can see, it's very dark. It's almost purple. If not purple, it's like a plum color. So obviously it's not red, which is what I was going for. This is way off. It's a pretty color, but I was going for red. So when I rinsed it, I just rinsed it a lot more than the other bundles to kind of lighten it as much as possible. Don't forget, blonde hair is very unforgiving, so I would suggest, for my first bundle I folded it in half and I dyed it, like that, but I would suggest opening the bundles completely and just dyeing it like that, because it's a pain to go back in and try and get those spots that you missed. So this first bundle is folded in half, but the last 2 bundles I actually opened them up completely and dyed them like that. Make sure you get those wefts. Oh my goodness, please get those wefts. You don't want blonde wefts poking out underneath. Oh, I forgot to mention, all I did was cut a trash bag in half. I'm sure you guys can already have figured that out, but I just cut a trash bag in half, put it on the tile floor, and that's where I'm dyeing my hair. I didn't have enough room on my counter. These wefts are really long. R&J gives a lot of hair on their wefts, and they're very long and generous with the amount of hair that they give you, so they wouldn't fit on my countertop. So I'm doing it on the tile floor, on a trash bag, and underneath the trash bag is some paper also, just to provide additional protection. Okay, here's my closure piece, my full frontal piece that I'm going to cut into a closure. So I just eyeballed about 3 or 4 inches and cut. That's about the average size of closures. So I just cut. Now you make a small incision and then you go in and open it up, part it, so that you're not, you know, cutting the hairs. You want to just try and cut the lace as much as possible to avoid, you know, shedding. And I still have this big piece here I can use as a frontal if I want it, and I have my closure here. Now, I don't have a particular secret for how I dye my lace closures. Lace closures are hard to dye in general. More than likely you will get some dye on the lace, and that's okay. You know, it doesn't hurt anything too bad. What I do is I just part it in sections, and I don't focus on the roots as much at first. I just kind of focus on, you know, dyeing the hair, and then I come back in and I'll pay more attention to the roots. Be sure to get those baby hairs as well. So here it is all done. I did get some dye on the lace, which was expected, but it's not bad and it rinsed off with no problem. So looks good, right? This hair is just amazing. I was just combing and combing and combing. It's so amazing. It's so soft. It's not tangling at all. It hasn't shed at all, except for, you know, where I cut the frontal piece. Look at that. It's just like butter. So anyway, you just rinse as much as you'd like. You know, I don't rinse that much because I want to keep the color as true as possible. Rinsing too much will fade the color. And then I put them on hangers and let them air dry in my garage overnight. And I hope to get this installed within the next week or two.
For all the nevers in life, State Farm is there.
Okay, so this is the final result. That's the darker bundle right there in the front, and the closure hanging next to it. That's the slightly bright one, and then the brightest one. It's really bright in my room or something. The camera's not picking up the true picture or the true colors. But anyway, you get the gist. The closure did dye a little bit, but nothing crazy. Once I install it, I think it will look fine against my scalp. See? Looks good, right? I don't know if I'm going to make a wig, y'all. I think I want to make a wig out of this. But we'll see. We'll see what I decide to do. The closure looks really good. It's not very dense, like some closures are. I would have preferred it to be a little more dense, but that's okay. You can request that. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you subscribe and like.
So hurry on in before it's too late. It's Jumbo Paradise season at Joe's Crab Shack. This guy is like...
You go first. Do you know with just one call you could change your life? Did you know with just one call you could change your life? Dude, that's not gonna get you the girls. Actually, girls are smart guys. I am smart. I don't need no education. It's too expensive. Not at ICDC college. I just need a little spending money, not a career. Pathetic. ICDC college offers job placement system. I don't even have a computer.